found in the music, in the dress, in the clothing, in the bazaar. It's almost as if one were sensory hungry, and that the hunger somehow in suburbia was not met. And it is my very definite opinion that until we find modalities of stimulating the young mind and body within either the school setting or in the community where they can feel a part of something, where something has meaning, where there's feedback from, say, adult to youth and youth to adult, that we're going to be missing the boat in any educational program.
What are you doing in here? Baby, there's people in our car. There's people in our car. If you're here, then we must be going camping somewhere. Come on in.
Okay, so here we are on the Kwinana Freeway, heading down to Honeymoon Pool. A few little detours along the way. Booked Canada holiday, so that's awesome. And then water jerry can had a leak, so we had to have a nice little fun trip to Bunnings. But anyway, we've hit the open road, Kwinana Freeway. The traffic is looking pretty heavy. So I'm kind of curious as to why it's called Honeymoon Pool. I think maybe some young lovers back in the 30s or something went there and thought it was pretty romantic, and therefore it's called Honeymoon Pool. I don't know. But I think it's never been there before, but it's near Collie, so a little bit south of Perth, maybe 2 hours south, I think. Will be a little bit similar to Dwellingup, so hopefully we'll be camping near a little bit of a stream or a creek. Obviously the river is nearby, and then there's a big lake, Diamond Lake or something like that. Black Diamond, which would be pretty cool to check out. Hopefully a bit of walking. It's just Simon and I this time, no little Roops, sadly. He couldn't make it. He wasn't invited by the government and the Parks and Wildlife Committee. Dogs weren't allowed in this area. So, yeah, I guess we'll see you when we get there. Ciao.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers. Cheers to us.
Cheers.
We made it after a few little epic fails.
Took a long time to get down here, didn't it?
It did take a little bit longer than expected, that's for sure. And we're not at Honeymoon Pool either, which is a bit of a shame.
No,
it was about another 50 to 80 people had the exact same idea.
Yeah, the campsite was fully packed out, and that's the last thing you want to see when you've just driven all that way, wasn't it? It was just like, oh, there's nowhere to stop. There's nowhere to stop. And it's been like 35 degrees today, so it's been a really, really warm day. What have you enjoyed the most today so far, baby?
The swim.
The swim has been really good, wasn't it? Yeah,
cooling down with a nice swim in the lake.
And so this is what's its name's
Potters Gorge is the name of this
Gorge,
spot.
yeah. So we're at Potters Gorge, and
we're in the overflow camping. There's 54 sites and it's all full.
Yeah.
Very popular spot. And so we've camped up in the group camping spot, which is overflow. They've got a spot, it's nice. Hopefully there's lots of people around kind of competing with their music, but hopefully that will settle down soon enough. G&T's certainly wash away all that kind of crap at any rate, doesn't it?
Already had a bit of argy-bargy down at the campsite, people getting a bit fighty, which is never good. Like, that's never cool. Whoever you are, if you're watching this, you're obviously interested in camping and stuff. Don't be that person that thinks that they can start throwing their fists around, especially when there's children involved. That's not cool.
And it was chicks. How bad is that?
Yeah, it's just not on.
And we're in the middle of it. We're camping in the middle of a fight.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
So we obviously must have preempted some sort of angst that was going to kick off, because we decided to do this look down by the lake a long time before the fight kicked off, but luckily we were able to remove ourselves from the source of anger, and hopefully it's settled down or she's moved on.
So we're just going to enjoy a nice bit of gin and tonic.
Hope to get Nice bit of sunset as well. Hoping some colours bounce off and reflect. Obviously the sun's going down in front of us and behind you, I guess. So we won't get to see the sun setting over the horizon, but
No.
we should see some reflection of light or
It
colours.
should colour the trees behind us quite nicely. In fact, you can probably see that as we're talking that the light is now starting to change. It's just nice to get away from all the campsite. Like, I'm pro camping, but it's pretty
Communal.
communal. It wasn't a bad drive though. You know, you just I was able to put the Forester into cruise control and just kind of set it and forget it.
How long did it take? 2 hours. I had a little nap.
Yeah,
I was a great co-pilot.
just over a couple of hours. I'm trying a new rig, and this is the first recording with the new rig. So we got the camera, a new setup.
Which I broke the tripod that it was on.
Well, it was in the footwell of the car, so it was kind of inevitable that something might happen. If you guys are interested in what rig I'm using now, it's a pretty good vlogging rig. It's still quite lightweight, lighter than any of my other cameras, but it should have a lot better sound. Well, fingers crossed. If you want me to do a review about my rig and what kind of equipment I use, then leave a comment down below and tell me, and that'll be ace. And we'll have a bit of a proper explore tomorrow. We've got Google Earth on my phone, and there's all these cool places, but we don't have any phone reception. So it's kind of like...
I've had a few epic fails,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yep. Also had to go swimming in,
Oh yeah.
In my shorts because I didn't actually bring my swimmers with me, so that was a bit of a stupid moment.
But we've got pillows and doonas this time, so tick on that one.
Yeah.
And this is found in the music, in the dress, in the clothing, and the bazaar. It's almost as if one were sensory hungry, and that the hunger somehow in suburbia was not met.
We are just about to go down to the lake, and I'm going to try some Astro Photography because, again, my obsession with stars is there. And this time I'm going to use the proper camera, and with a bigger sensor it should pick up more light. I'm using a nice wide lens, about f3.5. I'll let you have the settings once I show you the image. The lake's looking fantastic. If I can get some reflections of the stars off the lake, I'll be a happy man. I'll let you know how we go. Catch you on the flip.